Hello everyone, my name is Karan Gulati and I'm from Ajinkya D.Y. Parel University, and now I'm gonna talk about switch case in R programming. So let's get started. Before that, I'm just gonna give you a brief introduction about what is switch case and how it is implemented and how it is used, and then we're gonna come to the code implementation part. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. So now that I'm gonna tell you about what and how the code is implemented, which is written over here. There are two codes which I have written over here, and how these two codes are implemented, that I'll explain. But before that, you all should know that what is a switch function. It tests an expression against the elements of a list. Like if the value is evaluated from the expression and it matches item from the list, the corresponding value is returned to it. The switch statements are a substitute for if statements that compare a variable to several integral values. Now, what is a switch statement? It basically says that these are the substitute for if statements. So, like, we'll just make a comment over here and we just gonna write it that switch statements are basically a substitute for if statements. Okay, so now, oh yeah, I'm just gonna correct this. So yeah, now as you all know, what is a switch statement? So if there is more than one match which is to directed now to a specific value, then the switch statement will return the first match found of the value matched with the expression which is written over there. And there are some rules which must have been discussed before going to the code and implementation part. So before that, everyone should know that what are the rules which we should follow before just writing the code and everything, because without that rules further we cannot write the code. So like if the value of the expression is not a character string, it is correlated to integer. Now it is correlated to integer means that if the expression which is given it is not a character string, then obviously it is the integer string. Now the next one is you can have any number of case statements within a switch. Like as you can see over here, I've written these many statements and these are the case statements. We can write any case statement we want in the switch. Okay, and each case is followed by the value to be compared to a colon. Now, if the value of the integer is between 1, the max number of arguments which are there, then the corresponding element of case condition is evaluated and the results are returned in it. So if the expression evaluates to a character string, then the string is matched exactly to the name of the elements. This we'll just see in the code. Now if there is more than one match, then the first matching element is returned to it. So now coming through the code which we have written, in this I've taken grade which is equal to D. This I have substituted later. Now first we have written the code which is switch, in which we have taken the grade A, B, C, D, F. Now A, it prints great, B, it prints good, C prints okay, D print bad, and F print terrible. Now the last thing, which is the default, this is the default one which says no such grade is there in it. So now when we'll run this, okay, we're just gonna select it, then we're gonna just run it. So when we'll just run it, then in the console, as you can see, now I have already written that the grade is D. So in D, it is bad. So the result came to be bad. Now if we change it, suppose I write it G. Okay, now if I write G, then as you can see that there is no corresponding value to the G. So now when I run this whole thing, the answer will come. There is no such grade. As you can see in it, the answer is literally written over here. There is no such grade. So it is way too easy when you get to know the whole point related to this. Okay, now the next we're going to discuss about the switch function. Okay, now switch function in which it evaluates some expression. The Definition is also written over here as you can see, and it chooses one of the arguments according to the expression so chosen. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is the syntax. It's the switch, expression, and list. The same thing which we have discussed over here. Now, as you can see, the example one I have taken in which we are evaluating to a character string. As I've said before when I was explaining switch function, now this is what in the code it implements. Now there's this the value which I took is expression 1 which is equal to 2. Now switch will take it the switch function, and now we're taking three things: fruits in which we have written the list, apple, mango, and pear. Now drinks, Coke, Sprite, and Pepsi. Now the food, the next one is pizza. And print provide correct choice. Okay. So now when we'll just print this, okay, I'll just select it. And when I'm gonna just run it, so you can see the number I've taken is 2. Okay. In the 2, the drinks are Coke, Sprite, and Pepsi. So that all it got printed in it. Now if I take number 3, so when I'll run this, so when I'm gonna run this, the answer is pizza, as you can see over here. So it automatically takes the integer value from within itself and then it just prints the number. Or sorry, the character which is written over there. Now the next example I'm gonna take is evaluating to the numerical values which is written over here. Now we have taken choice. We'll write this later. First, the code which is given over here is this. Number 1, we have taken 4. Number 2, we have taken 3. Now, result in the switch case, we have written the choice. Now, number 1 plus number 2 is there. Number 1 minus number 2, subtraction, addition, multiplication, division, and the square root of the number 1. Alright. So now, whatever we're going to write in the choice, okay, and then we'll just implement the choice number as suppose this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. So I've written in the choice 5. Okay, now we'll just change it to 1 for now. And now when I'm gonna first let me just use the console. Now when we're gonna run this, okay, the moment we run this we'll see the result 7. Okay, now how 4 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as we have taken the choice which is 1. Now the next choice we can take is I guess we'll just take the square root. Okay, 5. We're gonna change the number and let it be. Okay, so now when we're gonna just run it, okay, again, result is 2. Okay, so that's how the switch case is implementing. These are the basic things which we all should know about the switch case function. Everyone should just figure out what is the switch case and what are the simple codes which you have to run in this, and you'll be good to go about the switch function case. There are some more examples which should be discussed, but now as of now if you're going through the basics of this, then as you can see that is written over here, the code which I have implemented in it. So thank you so much, hope you enjoyed the video.